We have just obtained grainy, leaked footage from a local Georgia fast food joint that is sending shockwaves through the entire music industry. King Harris, the self-proclaimed Prince of Atlanta and the heir to a multi-million-dollar empire, has been caught red-handed, not with a stack of cash or a new chain, but wearing a grease-stained uniform, flipping burgers for minimum wage. But here's the kicker. Whispers from the streets are turning into a roar that T.I. has officially cut him OFF. No more high-priced attorneys, no more celebrity protection, just a midnight shift and a mountain of legal fees threatening to bury him alive. Is this a father's ultimate tough love move, or is King Harris truly hitting rock bottom? Stay tuned, because what we're about to reveal next will change everything you thought you knew about the Harris family legacy. To understand the sheer magnitude of this tragedy, we have to look back at the golden pedestal King Harris was born upon. Born in 2004, Clifford King Harris Jr. didn't just have a silver spoon. He was born into a diamond-encrusted empire. He was the breakout star of T.I. and Tiny, the family hustle. We watched him grow up in sprawling mansions, surrounded by security, luxury vehicles, and the absolute best that money could buy. He was supposed to be the next generation of greatness, the heir apparent to the grand hustle legacy. But as they say, heavy is the head that wears the crown, especially when that crown is forced upon you. The background of this conflict isn't just about a job. It's about a deep-seated identity crisis that is played out in front of millions. While his father, T.I., spent decades building a bridge out of the trenches, King Harris seemed obsessed with building a bridge right back in. T.I. fought the law and survived federal prison to ensure his children would never have to see the inside of a cell or the grease of a fryer. But King wanted to prove he was hard. He wanted the world to know he stands on business. And that obsession has led him straight to a fast food counter in the middle of the night. The tension between T.I. and King has been a ticking time bomb for years. We all remember the infamous Waffle House confrontation where a 17-year-old King threatened employees over a messed-up order of pickles. We saw the cracks widen during the viral Mercedes-Benz Stadium brawl, where T.I. had to physically restrain his own son in a luxury suite while King screamed about his street credibility. T.I. famously warned him, "You are embarrassing yourself and your family." But King didn't listen. He doubled down. He chose the streets over the suites, and now, the streets are finally sending him the bill. But why now? Why is he working at a local Georgia burger joint instead of sitting in his father's studio? Our insider sources have dropped a bombshell. Following King's latest string of legal troubles, including felony charges that carry a decade of prison time, his legal fees have skyrocketed into the hundreds of thousands. In the past, T.I. would simply call his high-powered attorneys and make the problem disappear with a single wire transfer. But not this time. The word behind the scenes is that T.I. has reached his absolute breaking point. A leaked report suggests that after King's latest arrest, T.I. sat his son down and gave him a brutal ultimatum. If you want to act like a man of the streets, you will pay for your defense like a man of the streets. No more allowances. No more G-Wagons. No more investments. T.I. has reportedly frozen every single bank account associated with King's name. This isn't just a father being mean. This is a father who is terrified that if he doesn't humble his son now, the next time he sees him will be behind a glass partition in a federal penitentiary. But here is where the story takes a darker, more emotional turn. While T.I. calls it tough love, sources close to Tiny Harris claim she is devastated. The background of this family drama is now a house divided. Tiny reportedly feels that T.I. is intentionally humiliating their son on a global stage, while T.I. believes that a 9-to-5 is the only thing that can save King's soul. This isn't just a job for King, it's a public execution of his ego. Imagine the mental state of a young man who has never known a day of struggle, now standing in a polyester uniform, smelling like old oil, while people point cameras at him and laugh. This is the background of a collapse. The stage is set, the tension is at a boiling point, and the Harris family legacy is hanging by a thread. But as King stands behind that register, a shadow is looming over the restaurant. Someone is watching him, and it isn't his father. The scene was set at a nondescript, 24-hour fast food joint on the dark outskirts of Atlanta. The air was thick with the smell of burnt oil and the hum of fluorescent lights. It was 1:14 a.m. on a Tuesday night, a time when only the desperate or the hardworking are awake. And there, standing behind a grease-stained counter, was the most unlikely employee in Georgia history. King Harris, the boy who once bragged about $100,000 investments from his father, was now struggling to operate a clunky cash register. The major conflict erupted when a carload of local teenagers pulled up to the drive-thru window. They weren't there for the burgers. They were there for the clout. As they pulled up, one of them shouted, "Yo, ain't you T.I.'s son? Why you bagging my fries, bro? Where's the G-Wagon at? Did the king of the South run out of crown jewels?" The teenagers erupted in laughter, their phone cameras flashing in King's face. This was the ultimate test. For a young man who has built his entire identity on standing on business, this public humiliation was a direct hit to his soul. In the leaked video obtained by our insiders, you can see King's face turning a deep, angry red. His knuckles are white as he grips a paper bag. For a moment, the restaurant goes silent. You can feel the tension through the screen. Then the explosion happened. King didn't just snap. He had a full-blown midnight meltdown. He slammed the bag of food onto the counter, leaned out the window, and screamed at the top of his lungs, "You don't know my life. I'm paying my own way. I'm the only one in this family who ain't a fake. I'd rather sweat for this check than beg a man who wants to see me fail." The customers were stunned, but the drama didn't stop there. King ripped off his name tag, a tag that simply read Clifford, and threw it at his manager, walking out of the kitchen in a blind rage. But here is where the first major twist drops, and it's a detail that has left the internet paralyzed. As King walked out into the dark parking lot, he didn't call a lift. He didn't call his mother, Tiny. Instead, he walked toward a blacked-out SUV that had been idling in the shadows for hours. Our sources have confirmed that the person sitting in the back seat was not a member of the Harris family. In fact, it was someone T.I. would consider his ultimate betrayer. We have obtained a leaked audio snippet from a secret recording inside that vehicle. In the clip, King is heard sobbing, his voice cracking with pure emotion. He says, "He's filming me. My own father is filming my struggle. There are hidden cameras in that restaurant, man. This whole job is just a setup for his next reality show. He's using my legal fees as a leash to make me look like a fool on TV. Wait, is this entire tough love scenario a scripted lie? Was T.I. actually exploiting his son's lowest moment for ratings?" The conflict shifted instantly from lazy son to manipulative father. But wait, it gets even deeper. The person in that SUV? Our insiders claim it was a high-level executive from a rival production company, someone who has been looking for a way to dismantle the family hustle brand for years. Leaked social media posts from King's private, close friends list on Instagram began surfacing minutes later. One post showed a picture of the fast food uniform crumpled on the floor with a caption, "The contract is signed." I'm telling the real story now. No more scripts. No more fake king of the South. The throne is about to burn. The betrayal is layered. T.I. reportedly found out about this secret meeting while he was in a studio session. Witnesses say the rubber band man went completely silent, his face turning into a mask of pure betrayal. He didn't yell. He didn't scream. He simply walked over to a wall and punched a hole through the drywall, whispering, "I tried to save him. Now I'm gonna have to bury him." The industry is in a state of absolute panic. Is King Harris about to snitch on the family business? Did T.I. actually set up his own son with hidden cameras and a burger joint just to win back the public's favor? The emotional stakes have never been higher. This isn't just about legal fees anymore. This is a full-scale war for the Harris name. King is no longer just a spoiled kid. He is now a whistleblower with a vengeance. But as King sped away in that mysterious SUV, leaving the smell of fries and failure behind, he didn't realize that the blacked-out vehicle was being followed. Not by the police, and not by T.I.'s security. It was being followed by a third party, a shadow figure who has been waiting for the Harris family to fracture. As the black SUV sped away from the grease-stained parking lot, King Harris thought he was escaping a nightmare. He thought he was leaving behind the fryer, the polyester uniform, and the tough love that felt more like public humiliation. But little did he know, he wasn't driving toward freedom. He was driving straight into a multi-million-dollar trap designed to dismantle his father's legacy once and for all. The escalation hit the internet at exactly 3 a.m. While Atlanta slept, a massive New York-based entertainment portal dropped a headline that stopped the industry's heart. King Harris signs exclusive $5 million deal with G-Unit Film and Television. The real family hustle documentary is coming. The shock was visceral. 50 Cent, T.I.'s longest-standing rival, the man who has spent years trolling the Harris family, had reportedly stepped in to do what T.I. refused to do, pay King's legal fees in full. But the price of that freedom was far higher than $100,000. The reveal was a direct hit to the grand hustle empire. According to leaked industry memos, the contract King signed includes total access to his private recordings of family arguments, hidden footage from inside the Harris mansion, and a tell-all series titled The Son of a King. Social media exploded into a digital war zone. Fake Twitter threads began circulating with alleged screenshots of King's DMs to 50 Cent, where King reportedly wrote, "He's got me flipping burgers while he's sitting on millions. I'm done being his pawn. Let's show the world who Tip really is." The industry backlash was swift and brutal. Rapper Boozy Badass hopped on Instagram Live, screaming at the screen, "They don't go to the enemy. You don't take 50's money to bury your own blood. King, you just committed the ultimate sin in this game." But the younger generation, the ones who felt T.I. was being too harsh, started a counter-trend. #freaking. They argued that T.I. pushed his son into 50 Cent's arms by making him work a struggle job during a felony crisis. But then, the second shocking reveal dropped, a reveal that made the fast food job look like a distraction. An anonymous source from the Gwinnett County Prosecutor's Office leaked a document that changed the entire legal narrative. The document suggested that the reason T.I. was so desperate to get King into that fast food job wasn't just to teach him a lesson. It was part of a secret plea deal T.I. had negotiated behind King's back. T.I. was allegedly trying to force King into rehabilitative labor to avoid a mandatory minimum prison sentence, but he never told King the truth. So, in King's mind, he was being humiliated for fun. In T.I.'s mind, he was saving his son from 10 years in a cage. But because of the lack of trust, King walked right out of his salvation and into 50 Cent's execution of the T.I. brand. The emotional fallout is catastrophic. We've obtained a blurred photo from a New York studio where King was seen sitting next to 50 Cent, both of them laughing while King held a stack of G-Unit Get Rich or Die Tryin' merch. T.I.'s reaction? Our insiders say he has locked himself in his private studio, refusing to speak to Tiny or any of his other children. The King of the South has been checkmated by his own son. But here is the final cliffhanger of this section. Just as the news of the 50 Cent deal reached its peak, a grainy, 10-second video surfaced on a private Telegram channel. It shows King Harris entering a high-security building in New York, but it wasn't a G-Unit office. It was a federal building. And the person walking out of the elevator to meet him wasn't a music executive. It was a lead investigator for the FBI's Organized Crime Task Force. The digital landscape has officially turned into a battlefield. As the clock struck 4 a.m., the G-Unit betrayal didn't just trend. It broke the internet. Within minutes, the hashtag the Harris heist was trending worldwide, surpassing even the most recent political news. The world is watching the public execution of a family legacy, and everyone has something to say. On X, formerly Twitter, the division is brutal. Team T.I. supporters are calling King Harris the ultimate Judas of hip-hop. One viral thread, which garnered over 2 million views in 3 hours, stated, "T.I. tried to give King a spatula to save him from a cell, and King traded it for a 50 Cent contract to bury his own father. There is no coming back from this. Loyalty is dead." The old-school hip-hop heads are standing firmly with T.I., arguing that tough love is the only cure for celebrity entitlement. But the younger generation, the ones who spent years watching King on the family hustle, are launching a massive counteroffensive under the banner #King of his own. They're flooding T.I.'s Instagram comments with rat emojis and accusations of child exploitation. "You made millions off that boy's childhood for VH1, But now you want him flipping burgers for lessons. T.I., you're not a mentor, you're a manager who lost his best talent. One TikTok influencer ranted to her 5 million followers. The industry reactions have been even more explosive. We've seen leaked screenshots of a private group chat featuring several Atlanta legends. The mood? Pure panic. If King Harris is truly cooperating with 50 Cent's production team, or worse, the feds, everyone T.I. has ever done business with is suddenly in the line of fire. Reports claim that Grand Hustle's office was flooded with emergency exit calls from sponsors and business partners within hours of the New York reveal. But the most heartbreaking reaction comes from within the house. Our insider sources have just leaked a voice note allegedly sent by Tiny Harris to a close friend. In the recording, you can hear her sobbing, the sound of breaking glass in the background. "I told him," she cries. "I told Tip he was pushing the boy too hard. You can't humiliate a man and expect him to stay a son. Now everything we built is burning, and I'm caught in the middle of a war between my husband and my baby." Sources say Tiny has officially checked into a high-end hotel under a fake name, unable to handle the tension as T.I. reportedly began clearing out King's belongings from the mansion. The celebrity commentary is pouring in like gasoline on a fire. Boozy Badass went on a second, even more aggressive Instagram live, shouting, "Atlanta is closed to 50. You don't come into our backyard and pick up our wounded. And King, you better hope that G-Unit money can buy you a new soul." Meanwhile, 50 Cent has been posting a series of ruthless memes, including a picture of T.I.'s face photoshopped onto a help wanted sign at a burger joint. The industry is paralyzed. Is this a family feud? Or is this the beginning of a RICO case fueled by a son's vengeance? Public perception of King Harris has shifted from spoiled brat to dangerous whistleblower. The debate has moved past the $100,000 legal fees. It's now a conversation about the price of loyalty. And as the public continues to pick sides, one thing is clear. The Harris family will never be a family hustle again. They are now a case study in how the streets, the sweets, and a burger joint destroyed an empire. As the smoke clears from the explosive industry reactions and the hashtag Team T.I. versus hashtag Team King war reaches its peak, the final, most chilling revelation has just surfaced. Everything you think you know about King Harris working at that fast food joint, the 50 Cent deal, and the federal building meeting is about to be turned upside down. While the world was busy judging a son for his betrayal and a father for his tough love, our investigators have obtained a high-definition image from that secret New York meeting. King Harris wasn't sitting across from an FBI agent. He wasn't sitting across from 50 Cent's legal team. He was sitting across from a man who has been T.I.'s secret business partner for over a decade, a man who specializes in high-level narrative control. The final twist? The fast food video, the 50 Cent betrayal, and the legal fee crisis were all part of a massive, coordinated stress test designed by T.I. and 50 Cent together. Yes, you heard that correctly. Sources are now claiming that the two legends, who the world thought were enemies, have actually been working in silence to create the biggest PR trap in the history of social media. The goal? To expose the moles within King's inner circle and the Grand Hustle empire who were ready to sell the family out at the first sign of trouble. T.I. didn't put King in that restaurant to punish him. He put him there as bait. But here is the cliffhanger that will leave you breathless. King Harris wasn't in on the plan. He thought the struggle was real. He thought his father had truly abandoned him. And while he was playing his part in the bait perfectly, King reportedly made a real, unscripted move that neither T.I. nor 50 Cent saw coming. During the chaos, King allegedly reached out to a rival gang in Atlanta, the very people T.I. has been trying to keep him away from, and offered them the keys to the kingdom in exchange for protection from his own father. The fake drama has triggered a very real street war. As we speak, security footage from the Harris mansion shows multiple blacked-out vehicles circling the property, and they don't belong to the police. The prince didn't just play the role. He accidentally ignited a fire that T.I. can no longer put out with a PR stunt. The final leaked audio from King's phone, recorded just minutes ago, is a chilling message to his father. "You wanted to play games with my life for a lesson? Well, the streets don't play games, Pop. I just invited the wolves into the house. Good luck." Is the Harris family mansion about to become a war zone? Did T.I.'s master plan just backfire into a life-and-death situation for his entire family? And who is the figure seen stepping out of one of those vehicles at the gates of the mansion? The Harris empire is crumbling in real time, and we want to know whose side you are on. Was T.I.'s master plan a genius move or a father's biggest mistake? Is King Harris a victim of a twisted game, or has he officially become the villain of the story? Drop your theories in the comments right now. We are pinned to the comment section, and the most mind-blowing theory will be featured in our emergency update. Don't let the mainstream media hide the truth from you. If you want to see the leaked footage of who just stepped out of that vehicle at the Harris mansion, you must subscribe and hit that notification bell. We are dropping the identity of the silent partner in less than 12 hours. Smash that like button to show King Harris that the world is watching. Stay tuned, because the real reckoning has just begun.